Welcome back. Time now for the business day. The Bank of Jamaica is seeking to reassure the country about the direction of the economy amid ongoing fiscal discussions. At the latest press conference, Governor Richard Bowles says the tax package will not affect the bank's growth projection of 1 to 3%. Several other key financial matters, including asset tax, lending rates, and projections for the year ahead, were also discussed. Dejby Thomas reports.
There has been growing debate over whether the government's recent tax package could slow economic activity, with some economists warning that instead of modest expansion, the country could face stalled or even negative growth. But Bank of Jamaica Governor Richard Bowles disagrees.
The tax package will have an effect of compressing demand. But the government also has a large program of deficit spending, and that will increase demand. So I don't think that growth is going to be negatively impacted in net terms by the tax package. In terms of the areas of resurgence in growth, well, agriculture is important because it's coming from minus situation post-Hurricane Melissa. So to the extent that it becomes positive in a significant way, it will contribute significantly to growth.
He also responded to concerns about the restrictive nature of the asset tax, the effect it has on capital, and whether it can be reduced or altogether withdrawn.
The asset tax. That's not a matter for the Bank of Jamaica. The asset tax is firmly a fiscal matter. And the ministry needs to assess what effect that has on banks and their rates. So that's not a question I could address.
On Tuesday, the Bank of Jamaica announced the reduction of the policy interest rate by 25 basis points to 5.5%, reigniting calls for banks to lower lending rates.
The 25% cut that we are giving is, even if it is not a material impact, is a signal to say, we are looking on the economy in this sense now. In other words, inflation seems to be more under control than before, and they should adjust their outlook and their pricing to be sensitive to this. So 25 basis points may not mean you will see loan rates falling tomorrow, but it is a signal to them to say where we're going with rates generally in the economy.
Mr. Bowles was speaking at the quarterly press briefing, where he also gave a projection of the 2026 economic outlook.
The bank now anticipates a full recovery in economic activity post-Hurricane Melissa in 2 to 3 years, faster than the previous estimate of 3 to 4 years. This improved recovery outlook anticipates a faster rebound in agricultural activity and factors in a faster than initially anticipated recovery in electricity and telecommunication services.
Dejby Thomas, TVJ News.
The JSE index declined by 522 points, while the junior market index declined by 13 points. The winners include Margaritaville Turks, CAC 2000, AS Bryden & Sons Holdings US dollar shares, Medical Disposables and Supplies, and The Lab. The losers include Sterling Investments Limited US dollar shares, Sagicor Real Estate X Fund, Cygnus Credit Investments Limited US dollar shares, and ISP Finance Services, 23 stocks traded firm. Foreign exchange trading ended with banks and cambios selling the American dollar for an average $156.93. The Canadian dollar is being sold for $115.03. The pound is going for $211.12, while the euro is selling for an average $187.62. And that's the Business Day news from overseas after the break.